My name is Linus, and I'm a design technology teacher at the American School. And when I was thinking about today's recipe, I was thinking about something that we all need. You know, the year's almost over in school, and really what we need is some comfort for the end of it. When I think of comfort food, I think of, yes, macaroni and cheese. So today I'm gonna give you a great macaroni and cheese recipe that you can cook at home, and if you love it, let me know. Stay tuned. For this recipe, we're gonna use a small amount of materials. You need your macaroni, of course. You need your cheese, of course, and this is one of my favorite cheeses. This is an Indian cheese from South India. We have our garlic, we have some butter, we have some maida, some white flour, and then lastly, we have some panko for when we kick this up to be an amazing mac and cheese. So I'm gonna start by getting my water boiling. And one of the tricks that I use is I tend to cover my pot. And this just, I feel, and I'm pretty sure it actually works, it just makes your water boil faster, because watching and waiting for water to boil, it's too much for me. When we make our cheese sauce, we're going to be using a whisk. And it's really important that you do use a whisk. I have tried it before with a spatula, and I would not recommend. I'm gonna make sure that I grate my cheese before I start. This way that I have it ready when I have to add it to my cheese sauce. I really use this Philips food processor because it gets the job done so much quicker. Water is boiling, and now it's time. Time not to add the macaroni, but to add the salt. Now you can make this as salty or as not salty as you want based on your own preferences. What's gonna happen is the water is no longer boiling, as you can see, so we need to give it some time to boil again before we add that macaroni. So in that last shot, you may have seen that I added a lot of salt. This was actually an error when I was trying to film myself. So what I'm gonna do, a lot of times when we're cooking, we make mistakes, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna compensate by not adding salt to other things. I basically use every ingredient that doesn't have any added salt to it. So this should be easy for me to balance again and correct that error. And now that my water is boiling, I can just go ahead and add my macaroni to it. This is ready, and I'm going to drain off all the water. One of the things you might want to do is keep some of your water aside. I like to do that and then add it to the sauce a little later. Just as my way of adding in a little bit of that gluten that's left over, a little bit of that starch, and a little bit of that salt that we had in our water. So I'm going to start with 40 grams of unsalted butter. What I want to do is I want to melt this and get some of the water out of it, but I want to make sure that I don't burn it. So I'm going to keep it moving as I am letting the water cook off. And then after we cook this a bit, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our 40 grams of flour. We wanna see a little less bubbling before we do that. We are going to add our flour, but we're not gonna add it all immediately. So I'll add a little bit, like this. Next, we're gonna start adding our milk in parts. We don't wanna add the whole thing. And milk is something that we can add as much as we want until it gets to the consistency that we're looking for. So right now I wanna get those kind of chunks out. So now that I've got this mostly to a consistency that I'm looking for, it's a little bit thick, a little bit runny. This is when we wanna season. So I'm gonna grab my pepper. I really like pepper, so you feel free to use as much or as little of pepper as you want. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna start integrating our cheese in bits. So here's where you might wanna switch to the spatula. It's gonna start getting nice and cheesy. So this was about one of those blocks of cheese. I grated 2, and I'm gonna use 1 here. I'm gonna use the other one for a topping. May even wanna turn up the heat. And this is about the point where you wanna start tasting. I always wanna see what my sauce tastes like before I stop, because it might need salt, it might need pepper. It might need a little bit of flavoring. So yeah, this is starting to taste good. Nice and cheesy, nice and cheddar cheesy. Because I'm going to now get my pasta. I'm gonna add it back to the bowl that I cooked it in. Remember earlier I said I used a lot of salt in my sauce, right? Or a lot of salt in that water. So this is where, as you can see, I didn't add any salt to my cheese sauce to compensate for that. And this is where I'm going to actually use some of that water that I got from my pasta. I'm gonna mix a little bit in with my macaroni. Add a little bit more. And then I'm gonna start adding my cheese sauce. So after playing around by adding some water, mixing my macaroni together, I got the sauce to a consistency that I want. And so we can see that it's kind of thick, but it's not really sticking or stretching. And that's a really good thing. One of my favorite parts of cooking is layering together different flavors and different textures. And so one of the things that we're gonna do is we're now gonna create a topping for our mac and cheese. We're gonna do this with Panko. I love Panko because it's super crispy. This also allows us to add some other type of flavors that will layer on top of our salt and pepper cheesy macaroni already. What I wanna remember is that my macaroni is salty, so I'm not gonna add any salt to this. So to start off our layering of flavor, you can add a little bit of butter, you can add oil. What I'm gonna do is I actually have some bacon fat that I have from a couple days ago that I'm gonna use and get that nice and hot instead of an oil. What this is gonna do is it's gonna add some of that smoky flavor that the bacon had to my topping. I'm just gonna heat this up a bit. And then to this, I'm gonna add some garlic. So this is some garlic that I've cut up. Oh, it smells so good. It's about 6 to 8 cloves of garlic. And I'm just gonna get this playing around in my oil. We don't wanna cook it too fast. What we wanna do is we wanna get that garlicky taste into the oil so that we can spread it throughout our topping. Now that the garlic's nice and roasted, I wanna add my Panko to it. This is gonna be about 150 grams. And I try to roughly just coat the pan that I'm using. And then what I wanna do is I just wanna give this a nice toast. I wanna infuse that flavor from my bacon fat, as well as this garlic that's in that oil. And just toast it slightly. The rest is gonna happen in the oven. Now what we wanna do is you wanna bring everything together. So I'm gonna take some of my mac and cheese, put some of that into my saucepan, or into my pan, my glass pan. I've already preheated the oven, so this is getting ready to go in there. You probably wanna do this in 2 layers, so that you can add a little bit extra cheese in the middle. Depends on how much comfort you wanna put in your mac and cheese. Because cheese is a direct equivalent to how comfortable the food is. Guaranteed. It's the Linus seal of approval. Last thing we want to do, a little more cheese. And then add our breadcrumb topping to this. We want a nice even layer, as even as we can get it, every time that we get some of that mac and cheese. So you get a little bit of squishiness, we get a little bit of cheesiness, and a little bit of crunchiness. Now it goes into the oven. I want to thank you all for joining me in this episode, and I hope you all remain happy, healthy, and safe. For me, I'm just going to be full and comfortable.